Hey, girlfriend.
Hola.
Hey, it's Sammy.
Hey, y'all, it's E.
And we're back for another episode of Girlfriends podcast. Obviously, we didn't start with the revelation today, but the word always comes when it comes throughout the episode. So let's just get it started. Do you have a WCW this week, E?
Um, my WCW this week is Misha Green. She's a writer and showrunner for HBO's Lovecraft Country, which just had its season finale. Yeah, hopefully not series finale. But they just had their season finale this past Sunday, and yeah, I just have to like lift her up because Lovecraft Country is so dope. It was a great, sci-fi horror adventure with like a tinge of racism in the back. But it was
Love.
just a great story, and I think she told it very well. And so we just have to lift her up, because we don't get many Black female showrunners, and especially not ones who are doing it on that level, like at HBO and stuff like that. Shout out to HBO too, because they just seem to be committed to putting out Black
Content.
content, which is great. My sister and I, we were talking the other day, and we were saying, like HBO is that one cable network where you don't, like, after a show is over, you don't rush and be like, oh, let me cut my HBO off because I'm
It's
not
always
gonna.
another
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Yeah.
always another thing, and I'm grateful that they've been putting those other things have been, mostly at the hands of Black people. So shout out to Misha Green, because she's super talented, and I can't wait to see what she does next. I think it got renewed for season 2.
I didn't see anything. I actually saw that discussion on Twitter about whether or not it was this series, like a limited series, if it was going to come
Mm.
back. But it's too much of the storyline. We don't know. I mean, there's so many plots
Yeah.
that's just starting to develop, and the fact that we know, I mean, we'll get into all of that
Yeah.
later. But I finally caught up on Lovecraft Country, so I'm
Yay.
excited, and I share the same sentiment. I actually don't know her name, but if you could help me out, the actress who plays Hippolyta.
That's the one where you remember a couple weeks ago where I was like, I do not know how to pronounce your name and I don't want to fuck it up. But you know what? I want to find out today because
She played
she's
on a few things. She's a good actress.
yes, that's Maddie Moss Clark from the Clark
Maddie
Sisters
Mars.
movie.
Let me see. Hippolyta.
I just butchered this lady name in YouTube.
Anjane. Anjanou.
A Janway.
Ajanwe.
Hold on.
Anj, Anjanou Ellis. You named her your WCW already?
No, she wasn't my WCW,
You
but
were
like
just mentioning her.
I've wanted to talk, but it's like I don't know this lady name.
I
I don't
think
know
it's
how to,
Anjanou.
I've never known how to say this lady
I'm going to
name.
say Anjanou Ellis.
Not a jumbo lobster roll. Oh, that sounds delightful though.
Oh my goodness. I have to tell you about the lobster roll I had.
Oh my gosh. I've really been
Okay, well,
craving a
for
lobster.
the lack of, I mean, for the sake of getting on with the episode,
Hippolyta.
for the sake of getting on the episode, I'm going to call her Anjanou Ellis, and if I'm mispronouncing her name, I do apologize. However, I wanted to make her my WCW because as I was catching up on Lovecraft Country, since we're on the subject, I am episode 7 was one of my favorites. It really highlighted her on becoming who she was, and I just
Mm-hmm.
thought that she played that character really well, and it really played to her strengths as an actress. Just her channeling those different characters, her performing with Josephine Baker to becoming, being part of this African tribe as a warrior woman, and like, then becoming the wife that she wanted to see her, revisit her husband, and then becoming the mother to save her daughter. I just thought that it was such a strong. I mean, we saw Journey's character. We always see her as like the strong one in the movie, and not the movie, but the series. And so to see her, who was very passive early on, to kind of step into who she really is, and become who she was, I just thought that was such a really really good episode. It was one of my favorites, to see that like little alternate world or alternate universe. Um, so yeah, I
I'm
wanted to name her my WCW this week.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, all the female characters on that
First
show.
off, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. That show is crazy.
it's hell. Okay, I can't fully tell you what it's about.
Literally cannot. No,
Cannot.
now I feel like I have more of a gist.
It's gonna take. You already know I'm long winded when I'm telling a story, so it's gonna take me too much to
Facts.
try and explain.
Yeah, there is no one liner for that show.
Yeah,
I don't know how they pitched that.
like I can't Well,
They had to have
she
just pitched black sci-fi. Oh, you did say you listened to the
no
podcast.
no 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 no. You she put it on Twitter that where
Oh,
they were like, how does somebody pitch a show like how did you pitch
oh, I
this
did see that. I did see that.
right this book by this racist white man and turn into some black people shit, and it was just like on a green index card, and like that was her pitch. I gotta find it. It was super dope.
No, I think I did see that too. I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
still, it's like from the outside looking in, how do you pitch that show? Um, well, anyway, shout out to our WCWs and obviously Lovecraft Country. That's what we've been on, so we might as well get into it. What did you think about the season finale, E?
Season did you say season finality?
I said season finale, E,
Oh, okay.
comma
Okay.
E.
Um oh yeah, because that's my name.
You're so annoying.
Oh sorry guys. But no, I thought it was okay, truth be told, it was
Underwhelming.
little underwhelming. I
Yeah,
wasn't gonna say lackluster, but underwhelming is a better word.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a little underwhelming for me. I did predict that one of the things that happened did happen. Like, I was in a little love house, a little Lovecraft room on Clubhouse, and we were taking predictions for next week, and I was like, I think Christina is gonna die, and only one lone person agreed with me. I can't remember who you were, but thank you because we knew that
Period.
bitch was gonna be out of here. Like it was it was good. We tied up the ends, but it's just still a lot. Like what happens next? Like I kind of understand why people thought it was gonna get the Watchmen treatment, because you really could stop right there. We know that their son writes a book called Love. Like we kind of know bits and pieces of the future already, and
Right.
so
Right.
like I guess I don't know what happens next. R.I.P. Ruby, which was stupid ass.
She was just goofy as hell, bro.
Ruby was
Trusting in
such a
white folks.
disappointment. She was such a disappointment for somebody who knew how white people be.
Right.
Ain't gonna sit up here and just let this white woman play you. I ain't like that.
I don't like that.
I ain't like that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. What you think?
I think, like you said, in terms of it being the end, like it could definitely leave off there but I want to know more. I want to know
Yeah.
if Dee becomes like evil after being so scorned throughout, losing her father and then, almost losing her mom, then dealing with the shit with the police. And, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it was all she has a more layered story that I want to dive into because I think she's gonna go like mad. Like I think she's gonna start just like killing off white folks or something. Like become like
Really?
yes, the daughter. I believe that she is gonna because at the end when she like what did she like put her foot on? I forget what exactly she did.
Oh, she well, one, she had that robotic ass arm,
The
which is
robotic
like,
arm and she choked.
woo,
Yeah,
and she
so
choked Christina. She basically killed Christina.
she killed Christina, but
Yeah,
she choked her with a robotic arm.
yeah.
That in itself, like I feel like she's just gonna become the superhero, super villain almost.
I don't know about super villain. I definitely think because when we think about it, none of the villains on this show so far have been black. They've all
Well,
been
in a
very
sense,
clear that like the evil in this show lies within the whites.
right, for sure, for sure, for sure. I'm not in a sense of her killing, murdering. She's not gonna be the sweet girl that
Oh
we
yeah,
we were
no.
introduced to in the beginning. So it's gonna be it's like the opposing like
Mhm.
from angel to more demonic,
Right.
more devilish. And I'm not saying that like, you know, she's going to be wrong in her actions or what she's doing. I feel like she's going to
Mhm.
be fighting off the crazy whites, but
Mhm.
I do think that she's going to kind of step into that role as like
Mhm.
that, you know what I mean? So that I want to see from her.
Arguably,
Hmm.
I feel like that, and I feel like that's barely not even because she got, I don't want to, what, possessed or something something like that.
Right, right,
Like
right.
I feel like that is more because we have to remember when all of that other shit started happening with D, it happened on the day that she was supposed to be going to her friend, like she was at her best friend's
Right.
funeral.
Emmett Till, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like D has already been tainted on the inside, you
Well,
know.
it's just layers
Yeah,
of it.
it's
That's
it's
what I'm
layers
saying.
on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get that, but it's interesting that they're showing that through like the eyes of a child. Like this magic shit like didn't really spook her. I mean, you know, it spooked her, but she was like on her shit. You know
Whatever.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Like,
it just shows black people's strength though. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? Like as a child, you have to mourn the loss of a friend, you know, to
Yeah.
consider that it could be you. You have to still fight. You have to be, I mean, even the bit about which I really enjoy with Ruby becoming the white woman to become the manager or whatever, and she tells the black woman, you know, you have to be more than
Mm-hmm.
everybody. You got to do more than everybody else. Like that's just what it is. I also really like that we didn't get into all the nitty gritty, but since it's over with and I've finally seen it, I have to touch on the fact that she violated that white man like that
Oh yeah,
and
I
stuck
forgot
her
about
heel
that.
up his ass. Whoo, child. I was like,
I was like, ooh, that was the face I made.
that shit looked disgusting. But nonetheless, she was like, and I wanted you to see that it was me. Mm.
You know what? Fuck R. Kelly because I was going
Why do we have to even go there?
because pop culture in my mind, you know, my mind goes to pop culture references. So when you brought that scene up, it made me think of Booty, yo Booty.
Booty.
Yeah. Because
I I started singing
bruh
a
booty was
snippet.
demolished. Okay.
I started singing, speak. Since we're here, I started singing a snippet of one of his songs, but not unbeknownst. It was just second nature to just sing the you know, hum the song. And somebody was like, ah, and I was like, what? They were like, we don't do that over here. I was like, oh, I didn't even. I don't even do that. I don't
Sometimes,
play. You know.
and I catch it. This is why in the like this, like, listen, if y'all ever hear me on this show say fuck R. Kelly, it's because the pop culture reference was on the tip of my tongue, and I can't do it because fuck R. Kelly.
Well, moving along.
Mm.
Uh, shout out to Lovecraft Country though. Excellent show. I'm really excited that it's done what it's done and it's created this impact, especially in the midst of these times. Also, really hoping for another season because I do think that there's more to be developed from the show.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
hope
I don't
see
really have
not.
much for the finale, but I don't think
Yeah.
Tick is dead. By the
I
way,
hope he's
or I think they're
not.
gonna revive him.
I need to see.
They got the book of names. They can do anything.
I need to see him. Um,
Think that he's that fine.
he
Like
fine to me, okay.
now that
But
scene,
I do
that
be
was
liking my Negro nose with Jackson 5 nostrils. So
it ain't even about his nose. It's just he's not that attracted to me. Like he just looks like an average black man to me. Like he doesn't
I
look
love
like
it.
any he's not Yaya.
He's definitely not Yaya. He's not my husband. Nobody is him. But I don't know. It's just
He's not Lucky Day.
okay. No, he's not Lucky Day, but that dude, that man is still fine.
Interesting.
It's I don't know. It's like the regularness. I feel like Lakeith Stanfield is this kind of fine too,
I
where it's
agree.
like regular. Like you see him on the street and you be like, that's a handsome nigga right there. Like that
That's
is
a handsome nigga right there.
that's like it's one of those. It's not like, oh, this person is so pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he just like strong and fine. It's the muscles.
It's the muscles
It's
for
the
me.
muscles. It's the fade. Listen,
Um,
shout out to Jonathan Majors.
yeah, I don't think that he's gone. I think that they're gonna revive him. We got the
I
book of
pray not.
names. But there's a lot more that can be done with that story, and I'm excited to see more. Shout out to Euphoria. We get 2 episodes
Yes,
starting December 6th.
yes.
So that's a blessing. I'm really excited for that. I love that show.
I was also gonna say quick an additional shout out to Jonathan Majors because he just got cast as I believe the villain in the new Ant-Man movie. So Marvel check.
Come
Wonderful.
on, Marvel
Okay.
check.
Like, can you
Period.
just imagine that?
Yes.
Can you just imagine that body in a superhero in a suit in a
I'm
villain?
just looking straight down. Oh, that's what I was saying about Lovecraft. The scene, this is one of the most beautiful sex scenes I've ever seen. And I know it turned twisted, but the scene of him having sex with June, what is it, June? Jane? The Asian lady?
Gia,
What's her name?
Gia.
Gia. Sorry. June, Jane, Gia. We got there eventually. Gia, yeah, like that scene with him and her, that sex scene was like really beautiful. So I kind of felt myself being like, am I getting turned? Is this
Let me tell you something.
am I getting turned on?
It's I walk through the valley of the shadow of death when it comes to sexual relations. So shout out to
What?
shout out to the HBO, the intimacy coordinator. I can't even get it out, girl. Cause that be me. I be like, but that's like with all the sex scenes. I be like,
If only that was me right there.
if only the woodpecker size. Whatever the fuck Stanley Yelnats was saying. Uh,
Yes.
okay.
Oh my gosh, you're
It's
hilarious.
so cold in the pee.
Oh, I hope I get me some D soon.
I don't even want to put that into the universe because then that would involve me having to deal with nigga shit, and
Thanks.
I don't have the patience for that right now.
I'll
Because one
take it.
thing y'all will do is talk
Get on my
yourselves,
nerves.
get on my
Talk
nerves,
yourself
and talk.
out of the pussy.
Ex-
That's the word.
That's what they
Fellas,
know how to do best.
fellas, if anything, I might be giving you the pee tonight, but don't talk yourself out of it by saying something dumb. That's a word.
It's so simple.
How do you talk yourself out of pussy you were just finna get? Let's clap it up one time for Ease Vape Pen. Because I am so grateful you got one.
I'd like to thank my plug. I'd like to thank the young man at DJ Smoking Vape on Tar Boulevard.
Thank you, DJ.
I'd like to thank God, the judges for picking me, my parents who I love, my parent. Let me stop.
Moving along. So what else have you been on?
Okay. Oh, really quick. Okay, girl. Sorry, email. One and one and half and half are on Netflix.
Yes, I started one on one.
I
One of my
started half and
favorites.
half, and one on one is one of my favorites. But
One of my favorites.
honestly, I had to hear the half and half theme song one good time, and
Yes.
then I just have been letting it roll. And y'all, half and half is so fucking
It
funny.
was hilarious. Mona,
Yes.
she was something else. Wait, no, but one on one's theme song is underrated too.
Oh, absolutely. But I don't know. So don't
So
isolate
isolate
yourself
yourself
when there's
when nobody
nobody around. And then the people just be like,
else. You better catch yourself. What I truly need. One on one, one on one.
one. Okay. Listen. One on one theme
Mixtape coming
song.
soon, y'all.
Okay. We like Frank Ocean with this mixtape. Okay. Because y'all hoes go wait.
Nah, yeah, one on one, half and half are back on. I mean, are on Netflix. I'm taking my time. Almost finished with Girlfriends finally, but I took a break because I started another show that I was telling you about off the record called Upload on Amazon.
talked about that on here, did I not? I didn't know you started watching that.
You talked about it. Yeah, maybe that's where I heard. I
Mm-hmm.
know I was like, I heard this from somewhere.
Yes, I love to upload. What do you think? How
It's
do you like it?
very interesting. That's what I'll say about it. It's
Yeah,
very interesting. I feel like I feel like there's a lot of moments that make me really uncomfortable because I mean, if you've been listening to the Girlfriends podcast and you've already heard about Upload because E's already told you a little bit about it. However, so I'm not going to go into detail about what it is, but however, if you don't and you didn't hear that episode, the premise is essentially you can live beyond death
yeah.
in this like upload
Your
world. You're
consciousness is uploaded to, let's say, a website of sorts, but your afterlife determines the amount of money that you had while you were living.
the coin. And it starts off with the main character being uploaded by his girl, who I just don't even understand why. Like, I honestly would have rather died. I would have just rather died and gone about my business.
Let me
I don't
tell
need
you,
to be uploaded into my consciousness. Just let me
if
go.
you're not, as a Christian, if you're not just gonna, if I'm not gonna be uploaded to, the heaven
Heaven's
that I have been told about, baby, you can keep it. You can keep it. I don't want
keep
to be.
it.
I don't want to. Y'all don't need my
You
subconsciousness.
really don't.
Well,
You
so what?
really
So
don't.
I gotta hear. Still gotta know about the bullshit that's happening down here.
No,
No,
thank you.
I'm
Thank
good.
you.
Send me up to the Lord.
Send me up to the Lord.
Let Him upload me, child.
Come on,
Okay.
somebody. Come
Let
on, somebody.
let God upload me into the pearly gate so I can have my mansion and so on and
And
so
so
forth.
forth.
I
Period.
really do enjoy depictions of the afterlife in
Like the
entertainment.
yeah,
Like, I just love when people explore. I like stuff that like explores what the future would be like, but
same.
not even on like no super high tech set, but just on like a social, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was some super high tech shit too on Upload, but just on like a social level, like how we interact. When you think about the people in that show were like born in like 2015 or something like that, like
Mm-hmm.
in some shit where we was like grown. So it's like, damn, how has like the way that we interact with each other as humans changed? And just what, that's only like 20 or 30 years from now.
Right.
This show. So I always thought that stuff is cool. But even shows like The Good Place,
That's
like,
what I was just about to say. My sister just started The Good Place, and
it's
I had been
amazing.
watching that for a minute. I really love that show. Um, yeah, really, really good. I mean, the oldest thing that people always relate to is like the Jetsons, but now we have like so many future like a
Yeah.
Black Mirror, so on and so
Mm-hmm.
forth, of like what technology and what the future holds for us.
Okay.
So I enjoy Upload. I haven't finished, of course. Me, it takes me a while to finish shows,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think it's a good show. I like the love interest thing with him and his angel.
Mm-hmm.
um you know and him just trying to deal with that, and like the other characters coming into play. So it's cool so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like random. I remember hearing about it, and so when I seen it on Amazon, I was like, let me try this show out. And I forgot that I
Yeah.
heard it here. I was like, who told me about it? I should have known it was your ass.
It was it
Yeah, it's
was
a good
like
show.
early quarantine watch for me. Like when we was still like, girl, black people can't get the coronavirus, that early. Do you remember that shit? Like,
Yes, Black folk can't get the coronavirus.
look at y'all, look at all these white folks getting this virus. That sound like white folks always
Nasty
carrying them
asses
damn diseases.
can't wash their hands. Don't wash their
Talking
hands.
big
Big shit.
shit.
Big shit. Whole time it was
Girl, look at
coming for
us.
our ass.
And you know what? It still ain't our fault.
It's
Cause
not
racism. Um
oppression.
America. All right.
KKK.
That's the reason. Speaking of America, y'all know I love that good white mess about America's mom and them, the United Kingdom. I'm talking about The Crown. Netflix, we finally got the trailer for season 5. Or, oh, I'm sorry, is this season 4?
I think
Yes,
you
season
mentioned last
4.
time of season 4. Yeah.
Season 4, we finally got the trailer for it, and or the teaser trailer, and we're
Hmm.
getting into the mess. We're getting into the Diana of things. I got so excited I had to go back and rewatch the whole last season, and I'm ready. I'm ready. Bring on the mess. Let's go.
Bring on the mess.
Bring on
Yeah,
the mess.
you briefly touched on it. I didn't know the trailer dropped, but you briefly touched on it
It
before.
did.
Nice.
November 15th. I'm happy to chat. I'm here to chat about it. There's not many people who watch The Crown. I have, a couple of folks. Shout out to Maya. Shout out to Dom. But that's about
Doesn't
it.
Morgan watch
And
it?
Morgan, shout out to Morgan. But I
Yeah.
implore y'all to join me. Riveting television if you're a historical,
Riveting.
if you're like, somebody who's really into history, you'll definitely like it.
Awesome. Is that all you have for shows?
That's all I have for shows.
All right. Well, for me, I have just recently gotten to um,
I was about to
Ti's
say,
new album.
thank you. I was going to say Hermione. This accent.
I know I'm getting into it. Ti's new album, The Libra. I have not finished the entire album, but my older sister, implored me to listen to it, and because you know how I feel, we feel about Clifford Ti here, is he's a lot of the times problematic
Big red cheater. Yes.
and irritating. So hadn't quite got into it. I had to really just get into that space. However, this album is fire. Like from what I've heard so far, he has plenty of features, but very well done. Every song sounds like a hit to me. Um, I, I mean, just from beginning to where I am now, I have gotten to like almost the middle of the album, so almost 10. But there are 20 songs on here. He has features from 21 Savage. Excuse me. I'm sorry. He has features from 21 Savage, Eric Bellinger, Benny the Butcher, London J, Tokyo Jets, 42 Doug, Lil Baby, Thug, Jeremiah. I mean, London J, like Damani, his son,
The money.
the money.
Into
But
the
it's called
money.
the Libra, the Libra, and it is the cover art is very interesting. It's black women, on the Libra, the balancing
Mm.
thing, and he used black women to for his cover, so that was interesting. He also has a song with him and Rick Ross on it, so I'm assuming Rick Ross is coming out with the project soon. uh
We've been saying that for years, though. Like, what is this nigga doing?
I think he is. I think he's gonna give us something, but if he doesn't, I'll be patient and wait, because I love a good Rick Ross. Also, Sada Baby did a remix to Whole Lot of Choppers with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj finally gave us all the things we've been waiting for in a verse and a feature. And I just want to say thank you. This is the Nicki that I've been waiting for. Again, you're amazing. You're everything, queen. Thank you. Get back
Congrats on the
into your
baby.
bag. Congrats on the baby. She said nine.
Hmm.
What'd she say on
She
the
said something
song?
about being 9 months pregnant. Yeah.
9 months pregnant. I'm like, bitch, period.
Yes.
Better wrap your ass off, because I really do not like that song anymore, because it's just gone on and on too long. But like her on the remix, it really revived the song for me.
Mm.
And shout out to Detroit, because Detroit is just really putting out all of the things, and they have a sound that everybody's imitating now, and it's like what has happened and continues to happen in Atlanta. So I'm just happy for Detroit and happy for Nicki to give us a record that I actually enjoy. Yeah, that was that for that. And then also, these are not new songs, but Party Next Door put out Party Pack, which are features
Mm.
7 old songs that were on SoundCloud and on the internet, including one of my favorites, Persian Rugs. Get into it. Somebody thought that it was a new song. One of our girlfriends thought it was a brand new song
Ooh.
when I posted it on my Instagram story. And I was
Late.
like, sis, this I'm so sorry that you've been missing this all these years, because
She knows now.
this song, come on, somebody. Anyways, it just takes me to a place. So I wanted to just acknowledge those few songs. And that's all I have for you this week in music. How about you?
Wonderful, beautiful. So I have been listening to really not much, to be completely honest. Actually been running back a lot of Solange lately. Because it's been like cranes in the sky, and so I run that back. I run back a seat at the table when I get home, and that's just really great. Like I just
That's always a lovely album to come back to. It was also
it's
featured in Lovecraft Country.
yeah,
Um, her song. I like the soundtrack to Lovecraft Country too.
yeah.
They had some really good music moments. But yeah, that's always a good album to come back to any time of the day, any
It's
time of the year. Okay, get
it was
into it.
wonderful. I've
Awesome.
also gotten into where's okay, thank you. I couldn't find mine. Yeah. Oh, um, Trey Songs.
Oh, I haven't gotten into it yet, but yes,
I've given
produced.
it one listen, and it was solid.
Yeah, produced by Troy Taylor. I was able to talk to him, so he's been talking about that for a minute. I haven't gotten to around to it, but I be hearing people on the street bumping Trey songs. Like that is
It
not something
was
you would imagine just be bumping. I'm like, is that new Trey songs?
man, R&B coming back, or well, R&B has been back. I think people are finally starting to like appreciate R&B again. Like
Absolutely.
it's we've had like great R&B artists over the years, but I think the genre as a whole is is having a bit of a renaissance, or is about to have
I love that
a
for R&B.
renaissance. And yeah, I love that for them. But yeah, this is really good. Oh, I forgot to say, Sada Baby. Yes, I love Nicki's verse on that, and I haven't loved the Nicki verse in a while, so that was just really great to
Refreshing.
hear. I have not grown tired of the song. I just didn't like really listen to it that much. I mean, I don't really listen to Sada Baby that much. So it wasn't on my radar until it got popular on social media. And then even then, I would only hear it in the gym, but Lord, they trying to get him out the paint today. I said, damn,
What
we
happened?
Lord, they done found some tweets.
What he was talking about? Black
Well,
women.
he called somebody. I think the comment that set it off was made today, where he called somebody a faggot in some Instagram comments. And then there were tweets where he was talking about rape, and yeah, but they're from like
It don't
2011. It
matter.
don't
Delete
matter. It
your
don't matter.
tweets. Delete
Delete
your
show
tweets. Don't
tweets.
tweet it. If it feels like it don't need to be tweeted, just don't tweet it. Save it in your drafts. Write it in a
That's
journal.
why
Put it somewhere else. Get a burner account. Anything.
not write it in the journal.
Because that's really what it is. Sometimes when I be wanting to tweet something, like the other day I wanted to tweet how, and I'm gonna just say it on the podcast because I really want to get it out. But the other day I wanted to tweet that how loyal my number is because she took these real TMZ-esque photos of my ex in Lil Five with some
Ooh,
hood rat and said, "Thank God for growth, honey." And I was like, "Ugh, thank God for you reminding me how far I've come." But you know what? I didn't tweet that because I don't want him to ever come to see that, I seen some tweets and we be stalking him or something. But it wasn't it just have a loyal friend like that is my point. Just having a
oh
loyal friend. But that's something I will write in my journal because that's just
yeah.
not something for the internet. Like no one needs to know that.
So I found the tweets. One of the
Lord.
tweets I forgot. Ooh, I forgot. One of the tweets was, "I'm tired of Beyonce. No accent over the E. Heathen. That bitch. Who the fuck are you talking to?
That bitch what? What is he tired? What is what?
That bitch need to die or something."
Oh no,
Now
he
let me
didn't tweet
tell you,
that. He
yes,
didn't tweet that. That can't be him. Somebody took his account. Somebody when that's 2011.
October 6th, 2011 at 1:59 p.m. and it was sent via Twitter for BlackBerry. First of all, whoa, the other one is so heinous. I don't even want to read it on
Let's
air.
just not get into it. Let's
But
just not.
child, y'all need to stop. Listen.
just don't tweet it if it feels weird and it's like maybe this is in a, or it, stop trolling. That's really what it is, because that's the only possible explanation for why you would tweet that you want Beyonce knows Carter to die.
And
The
that's not
fuck,
even
all
like
she's done is blessed you.
bro.
Yeah, you're, I mean, but the thing is,
And that
E,
wasn't even the worst thing. Like there are worse things that were said.
the
So
thing is, E, that these people have so many underlying like issues. Like when I think about how much my little sister loves NBA YoungBoy and how crazy, batshit crazy he really is, and but because of his circumstances or how he grew up, what you know, all these things, not to excuse the behavior at all, but I'm just saying all these layers of where these niggas have grown up and how they have like lived in their circumstances. This is why they act and behave and say the things that they say. But then they get a platform and it's just like even more elevated to how ignorant they truly are. Yeah, you can make a good song and you cracked, but like where
but
this
your
is where
brain though. But your
this,
brain.
this is where the NLE choppas come in, where you start to like really reevaluate the way you've been living and start to live better and excuse yourself for the old you. We're not trying to hold you, Sada Baby, to who you were in 2011. So if that's who you were, then that's it's. I don't believe in that. Like I don't believe that, you know, just because you said something, because I've said a lot of wild shit in my day, I'm certain that I don't hold myself to today. But it's a thing about like one clearing out all the old shit. Like just delete that. You got a big platform. You have a song with Nicki Minaj. Like you could be doing well for yourself. And the thing is too that it doesn't even matter because people are gonna excuse it anyway. They're gonna forget like it didn't happen. Like the way we forgot Kevin Hart said whatever he said. The way we forgot that. I mean, I ain't forget, but
Child, Kevin Hart wanted us to forget, okay? And I hope he done deleted them tweets by now so it don't come up again for the third time. um, so he could sit up here in our face talking about, but I already apologized about this. If you did, why is it still up on the internet?
yeah. Also, when you put it on the internet, it's there. People
It's
can
there
screenshot
forever.
it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's in the interweb. So just
Be
be careful,
prepared to
y'all.
apologize for the rest of your life.
Right.
But also just like don't be fucking hateful. Like
That's the main thing.
that's
Don't be
don't
hateful. Why do you
don't
have to spew hate on the internet?
don't be a hateful bitch. Like what? Like because
Facts.
Beyonce was out here being the baddest bitch of all time.
You a
Okay.
hating? Like
You
that's
want to
crazy.
hate you sound like a hater hoe, okay?
Hater hoe.
You sound like a
Hater
hater
hoe.
hoe cuz nobody, you have not even gotten to the point in your career where anybody would even think to say, "Oh, I'm so tired of seeing this nigga Sada Baby on my television. I wish that nigga go somewhere and die." No, cuz you're not there yet. You're not
No
on
one
that
cares. No one
level.
actually even
No one
cares.
gives a fuck. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop it,
Yeah.
hater.
Damn.
And this rape shit, you done lost your goddamn mind. That's the one I'm not reading.
I don't even want to know.
Terrible.
Niggas and flies. I'm over it.
I just, I just,
Moving
I
along.
said it real. I said it on Twitter last week, but we've gotten to the point where we let stupid people are always gonna do stupid shit, and we give them attention for being stupid or doing stupid shit, and then get surprised later on when they have these platforms that they don't magically just whip into this perfect role model type figure. No,
Right.
they're still stupid. they're
Right.
now they're just stupid
Now that with an
with
elevated
money
platform. Right.
and a little bit of fame.
Mm-mm. Woo! Read
Like I just don't understand half of the people that and this is not like half of the people that we've made famous. It's like I don't know. I think it's just we grew up in a time where people who were celebrities, for the most part, they had an actual talent.
Oh,
You know what
certainly.
I'm saying?
Now,
Like,
now, now you have platforms. You have so many different platforms where things just like go. the virality of things. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just anybody could say some shit and do some shit. And also anybody can record themselves at home. Anybody can
Yeah,
do the
absolutely.
cadence of what they've heard on the internet, and you can take a YouTube beat and get off. I mean, look at Lil Nas X's story. Not saying that he's not talented. I'm just
Right.
saying he literally did that on some like, I got some horses in the back. I'm just having a good time. And I did this on my own. But to see, and if they're good, there are pros and cons to how that can happen, because there are people who are talented who have these platforms to where they can enhance their, grow and enhance their platforms by utilizing these different avenues. However, it's so many people who do not have talent who can, just by showing a boob or an ass, or showing their ass literally,
Yeah.
become viral, because people love troll shit. They just love it. And it's more people who love troll shit than not. And
Right.
also it's more people that will talk about the troll shit, i.e. us right now. You know what I mean? Like, because that is problematic. It causes a controversy, and we know it's proven that controversy, because even in light of, not to bring up this little elf man, but Tory Lanez, when that happened, people still went to listen to it to see what he was saying. So
Bro.
it worked. I personally did not, because I can't and I don't care. However, there were so many people who still listened to it and
Yeah.
basically gave into what the whole scheme was. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, we feed into the bullshit, and that's why it happens. But
Exactly.
neither here nor there.
Stop feeding into the
Stop
bullshit
feeding into the
is the
bullshit.
point. Like, we don't have to, if somebody wants to surprise us, and we realize that, oh, this person may act the ass, but they're actually pretty smart, or they actually got some sense about it. If we want to be surprised in that way, wonderful. But otherwise, like, don't expect stupid people to not do stupid shit.
Not do stupid shit. Yeah, educate them. That's the best thing you could do.
Yeah.
Uh, anyways, anything else you've been on?
Child, that's really it. I just been over here trying to work on my fitness.
I'm proud of you. You've been consistent.
I guess I have. It's so weird. This is why you got to be nice to yourself, people. Like, I'm actively working on that with my therapist, cuz I'm
Good.
just like, okay, before, like, I went from earlier this week, like prior to July this year, like not really working out at all,
Mm-hmm.
period. And then started, and I was like so disappointed in myself last month because I wasn't going to the gym as often as I was previously, because bunch of life changes and stuff. Like, we was just really trying to figure shit out. Um and I was just like, but I'm kind of proud of myself because I was still going. Like, and so you got to be nice to yourself, y'all.
You could have
Like,
not gone at all. So going once is better than going
like,
not
and
no
that's the
times at
crazy
all.
thing. I was literally still going to the gym like twice a week, but because I
Yeah,
was
like,
missing like that third day and shit was just all out of order, out of whack. You got to stop beating yourself up, people, for little
be
shit.
kind to yourself. Be
Yeah.
kind to yourself, because at the end of the day, you're doing it, and before you were not. So this is like, still, progress is progress at the end of the day. Even if you, that's what I be telling people when it comes to fitness, especially because I used to do the same thing until I finally was like, you know what? Stop making excuses, and two, do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I can't make it to the gym, let me just, maybe do a few jump ropes, or do like a little ab exercise in the house, like just something for 15 to 30 minutes to feel, better about not doing shit, because not doing shit is no progress, but doing something is progress. So
Hmm.
definitely stop beating yourself up. But I'm proud of you for real, because shit,
Thank
when you be
you.
like, oh, I gotta go to the gym at, I be like, damn, I do need to work out. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being my
If
motivation too.
somebody could force me to eat right, then this would
Listen, that's
just
my
bring
problem.
it all together. Okay. But I've been
But
doing real good.
just don't bring the stuff in the, I mean, you live
Yeah.
with other people, but try not to buy the stuff, and then you won't be able to eat it.
Yeah.
Like, I now don't even buy anything. Like, if I buy it, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
But if I just force myself, discipline myself enough to go past that aisle, that I really want them chips, them hot Cheetos, you don't need them hot Cheetos. Back away from the hot
You know, and
Cheetos.
nobody ever needs hot Cheetos, period.
Ever,
They're
but I just
horrible.
love them so much. They have a hot Cheeto at the Trader Joe's now. So yes, and I heard they're
Ooh,
really fire, and I would like to get some. I have not gotten them yet.
gotta go down to the Trader Joe's. It's
That's where
been a
I go
little
all the
minute.
time because it's like that's my little run up the street,
I love
So
me a Trader Joe. I do.
I do, I
I
do.
do.
I actually got this spicy, like sort of like a trail mix situation, the Indian
Ooh.
trail mix. It's so good.
I really wish I could eat trail mix. Like, y'all,
Oh yeah,
the
they have nuts
older
too.
I get, the more like when I was a kid, being allergic to nuts was like not that big of a deal to me. Like, okay, I can't eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches, like cool, whatever. But now as an adult, it's things that I want to eat and I can't because they're either like all nuts or they have some form of nuts. And it's just it's sad. Um
I'm sorry. It's okay.
it's all right.
Maybe
But
you'll grow out of the
sometimes
allergy.
I be wanting, you know, like I did coconut. I did grow out of coconut.
You might want to get you a new allergy test one
Yeah,
day.
child. We gotta
Let's
get
see.
us some somebody gonna bless me with some health insurance so we could do
Come
that.
on, somebody. Health insurance benefits packages. Ha
I'm
ha.
gonna move that right here. Like, what was
Yes.
I doing? But yeah,
Yes. I'm grateful,
yes,
grateful, 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 grateful. You're grateful now.
it's flowing from my heart.
Yes, I'm so
Okay,
grateful for this benefits package kicking in
period.
November 1st.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Haha.
Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. You're gonna be all at the doctor. Hello,
I'm
hello,
you
doctor.
said you don't have no appointments except for 8:30. I will be there. 8:30 a.m. on the dot. I'm going to every
I can't
doctor's appointment on
wait.
time, okay?
I can't
Never ever
wait.
taking it for granted, okay?
Man, listen, I'm finna be cause listen,
Me neither.
I'm not on time at the doctor's appointment.
Well, I'm getting way better. I'm getting way better at timeliness. We're doing better. We're doing better. We're getting
Yeah,
we are progressing. That's the point. We're progressing and we're gonna move forward. We're gonna do what we can. Okay. That's all that we can do. But the things that we have done in the past, that's the old me. That's the old me. Y'all don't even know me no more. I'm new. I'm coming to appointments on time. Okay,
I'm
early. Hell you
trying.
talking about? Hell
I'm
you talking about?
trying.
You
Have
said
you? Oh, I was gonna ask you, has your absentee ballot been accepted?
it was yes, period. I checked it thanks to our
Yes.
girlfriend Maya. She
Yes.
sent me the link to where I could check to see if it had been received already, and it was received as of a couple weeks ago. So yes, my ballot is in, accounted for.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Beautiful. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna try and go tomorrow morning early and
do
we'll see
that.
what it's looking like. I haven't heard too much, about the lines this week. So
Mm-hmm.
um hopefully we can get that done because I'm ready to get
Do
it
that.
done.
Yes,
I'm ready to get it done, ready to get it over with because I'm
yes.
tired.
I'm tired.
Also, speaking of our girlfriend Maya, shout out to her because earlier this week she took over University of
Yes.
Michigan's med school Instagram, and it was just I was just tapping through them stories. I was like, look at med school.
Med school. I got our
Look
personal
at
med
y'all.
school.
Look
So
at y'all
proud.
studying, doing
Being
doctor shit,
scholars.
saying words I don't know, talking about programs I ain't never heard. I said, this is beautiful. This all sounds so scholarly. You
Yeah.
know, she was in the car. She was playing Keisha Cole. I said, thank you. I appreciate you for still being your black ass
Black ass.
self.
You gotta represent in all spaces who we truly are. And that's one thing that
Yeah.
I commend my friends for. No matter where they've gone, what they've done, they've always maintained that Atlanta West Side ratchetry that I love so much. So
I
thank you.
just looked up from the store. I heard, where were you when they said I loved you?
you that you
I
um
too remember when my heart broke.
I remember when my heart broke. She was
I
singing.
remember
Shout
when
out
I
Keisha. She
gave
just
her.
turned 40 something or
She
42.
looked damn good. Ashanti just turned 40. That's who.
But I think Keisha Cole just
But
turned
both of
47 too.
them.
Yeah, everybody's in their 40s now and thriving. Like Usher's
Okay.
44, 42, around that age as well.
Okay.
And
And
I'm
if
just
you
like,
think next year I won't be in Las Vegas,
Las
okay?
Vegas for that residency, period. I will be right there with you, sis. Let me shit on
Yeah,
up to Vegas.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Doing a thunderclap, okay? All in the crowd, acting a fucking fool.
Oh, anyways,
Uh,
let's move along to the small black businesses that I would love to highlight this week.
sure.
Well, one small black business is this hair company called Texture My Way. It's actually based out of Georgia, and they sent me some hair products that I really enjoy. It was like a full situation from the cleanser to the conditioner to the foaming to the curling to the detangler, and I just really enjoyed it. It definitely accentuated my curls. You can see in the back a lot of how beautiful
Ooh.
they look, and I just am so grateful. So Texture My Way is the name
Mm.
of the company, and we'll have a link available for you, and that's about it.
Beautiful. Love that. I don't have one, so that's gonna be just the
Ours.
one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week and every week. We appreciate you guys. As always, you can follow us on social media. We're at Girlfriends Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We're at Girlfriends Podcast on Facebook, if that's what floats your boat. It's a wild world out there, I heard. Um, and then you can also email us at girlfriendsthepodcast@gmail.com, or you could just visit our website, girlfriends.com, and that's where like everything lives. You can, follow us. You can watch the episodes via the YouTube link. You can listen, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us individually at Sammy Approved on all social media platforms at Sammy Approved, like the stamp, because we stamped that. And
And I'm E at E Told You So. This is ETOLDYOU. So, um,
I just want that to be like just the insert every time because you say it so perfectly. So,
so,
yeah. So follow us, period.
okay.
And
Shout
we'll
out to
see you on
Rolling
the
Ray.
interwebs.
The world, you didn't. I bet you didn't even know when you was rolling through Gallery Place that one day you would become a legend on this here earth, and that you would impact the culture in that way. I just have to lift Rolling Ray up as well, and I really do want to see you fight the governor of Texas, Greg
I
Abbott.
would
I
love
would
to see
love
roll
to
his
see
ass
y'all.
over.
I would love to see y'all race, and the winner, loser loses his job. I'm putting it
Right.
all on Rolling Ray.
Money's up.
Money's up, okay? Because he said he was gonna roll over 50 Cent foot.
I
So
would like to see it.
clearly,
I would like to see it.
me as well.
Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. As always, we appreciate you, and we will see you next week with a very special guest.
Bye.
Bye.